Crack them if you got them, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah, boys and girls.
Our demographic says otherwise. I don't know if there's a maybe girl in here, but doubt it. Mostly boys. Sorry, men.
What's up, boys?
What's up, fellas? What up, gangsta?
What up, gangs? Hey. Still Sally on that Eagles pack, baby.
Smoking on that Eagles cat. Smoking on that Eagle
hey.
cat. Smoking on that
Crack me
Eagle
if you got him.
Smoking on that Eagle. Smoking on that Eagle pack. I'm smoking on that Eagle pack. Smoking on that Eagle pack. I'm smoking on that Eagle pack.
There's been some serious cope from Eagles fans, though. I've been kind of patrolling a little bit and just getting the consensus. And it's like the shit we say, and then people tell us we're coping. They're saying the same stuff, and I love it. I love that they're out. I love that not only the Philadelphia Eagles out, but the Green Bay Packers are also out. The Dallas Cowboys are full-fledged into the offseason, but luckily, our two most hated rivals are also now in the offseason, and one of them, by losing on the weekend, got the Dallas Cowboys the 20th overall pick in this year's draft.
Packers.
Which that's pretty nice, man, because I remember last year after the Cowboys had the 12th overall pick, I'm pretty sure I was like, well, guys, we got to really hit on this because we probably won't have the 12th overall pick for quite a while. Well, we got it.
Joke's on you.
We got it again, but crack me if you got him.
Got him.
It's accompanied by a nice 20th overall pick.
Yep.
Also, too, as well.
And Bandwagon Baba just wants to ask you a question. She goes, well, what do you call me? She's a lady.
That's true. Well, I said,
She's a lady.
and I said there might be one in chat, and that's Bandwagon Baba.
There might be one grizzly lady in chat, and that's Baba.
Grizzly lady.
Grizzly.
I would have thought of.
Lord. Hey, it came from your middle son.
Yeah.
That's
I
your
would say
middle son.
ferocious.
Ferocious. I went blank at grizzly because it wasn't the best choice of words to use at the first.
Yeah.
So it threw me for a
Threw you off.
because I was trying to give her like a
WWE entry.
like technically she could kind of be like an Eric Bischoff for the CWO.
It's true.
She had the same kind of flowing hairstyle.
She's a Stephanie McMahon.
Well, she
Oh,
is
yeah,
she is BEW commish.
Yeah, that's correct.
She's a mix of Stephanie McMahon and Linda McMahon.
There you go.
She's got that experience, but also
But she would definitely take a stunner from Stone Cold
take a stunner from Stone
far
Cold.
better than the McMahon family, I think.
I hope everyone would, if they had the opportunity, would take a Stone Cold Stunner from the GOAT.
I'd sell it. I'd pop like Shawn Michaels.
And you know, Brent Packer guy saying we are your most hated rival, Anth? Question mark. Aw, sweetie. The Packers aren't really a hated rival. We just wanted them to lose for that pick.
Here,
Lies.
They are a hated rival.
Yes, playing the Packers.
Sorry, playing the Packers.
Yes,
Yes, you're right.
the
We haven't had nothing but good things from them.
My last three most devastating playoff losses
Playoffs.
that I have in my memory are against the Green Bay Packers. So
They're up on your list.
okay,
But sorry, if we didn't have that 20th overall pick to gain from them, I wouldn't have been cheering as badly for them to lose.
right.
But I wouldn't have been cheering for them.
Right.
Like I still probably, but
Well, yeah,
PG and I have a truce. I can never cheer for the Packers again.
No, you
We
can't.
have a ceasefire.
No,
so.
the Bears. You can't cheer for the Bears.
What did I
again.
say? Packers?
You said Packers.
Sorry, I can never cheer for the Bears again.
You can't bear down or whatever they
Which
do.
I'm fine with. Caleb Williams.
Here's what I would say.
Right?
Not literally.
This rivalry sparked a thought in my head because we can't be rivals with how many teams can you be a rival with? Number one, and
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys rivals in order. And I don't know about 2 and 3 actually. Eagles number 1.
Yep.
2 and 3, 49ers and Green Bay. But I think it used to be 49ers Green Bay. Now I think it's Green Bay 49ers. How do you feel? Am I right or wrong about that?
I'll just
And
say.
can you have 3 rivals?
Yeah, of course, because automatically you have 3 within your division.
Yeah, but okay. New York Giants are not a rival of the Cowboys. We just beat them. Maybe this year we had some trouble, but I'm saying
Right. I get what you're saying. They're in our division. We could be pitted as a rival, but it's not the rivalry like it is with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, Philly.
True,
If
yes,
there's
yes.
one rival,
Philly
There's
is
definitely
the rival
the
of
rival.
the Cowboys.
yes.
Interdivision. So if we put a mirror on that from a Green Bay's point of view, Green Bay's rival
is Chicago.
Is Chicago.
Or, well, even,
Does Green Bay view Cowboys as a rival or just
No, fuck no.
right? So can we be rivals? And
I guess not.
You know what I mean?
You're saying you need both sides.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the
okay,
definition of a
hated playoff team.
Okay. So Brent Packer guy is going to chime in here from the Pack Nation. Not that he speaks for everybody in Pack Nation, but when you have Packer guy in your
You better come equipped.
handle, he goes, Anth, but those are like wild card and divisional. We lost a divisional and 2 title games. They aren't the same. And no, I'm not coming at Anth. Was more like being serious.
Sure, yeah, understood.
I agree.
He goes, for us, playoff, it's Dallas and San Francisco that are hated rivals, but during the season, it's just a game like any other NFC conference game.
Okay,
for
I
sure.
can
So-
see that.
so I
so
agree.
it's guys that you bump into in the finals can definitely be playoff rivals.
Playoffs.
Because you meet there
San Francisco
consistently, sure.
and the Cowboys are playoff rivals.
Yeah.
Cowboys and Packers are fan rivals for sure because we've seen that we got to experience a devastating loss against the Packers. We weren't doing the show or we weren't Cowboy star alumni at the time that Dez caught that ball and then he was cheated on it, right? With it. So
I'd say.
What I have read, and maybe BPG can let us know, but it's not super important, but I have read that this has invigorated that rivalry between Green Bay and Chicago, just having Chicago. Because, if Cowboys or Eagles were it wouldn't really be much of a rivalry. That's what I'm saying with, Washington, maybe. I just don't feel they're just a division opponent that we need to beat, so we win in the division. It's not like hate these Washington Commanders.
Thaddeus Knight from Facebook chat says, and great name, by the way, Thaddeus Knight. What about Commanders, LOL? Yeah, I didn't even, Commanders don't even register on that list.
They could be because if they put
historically they were in the 80s and 90s.
Sure.
There was a bigger rivalry with the Redskins and Cowboys on par with how the Eagles Cowboys is now. Because the Redskins were winning Super Bowls.
That's why
the Eagles weren't. The Eagles sucked. The Eagles sucked in the late 80s and early 90s, and the Commanders were the Redskins, and I'm going to say Redskins, that's what their team name was at the time.
Exactly. Cowboys versus Indians, that type of narrative going on there. I see what the old NFL script was trying to do.
They were scripting even way back then.
And forget about how many Super Bowls they were winning.
Yeah, there was lots. There was a lot. But so it kind of can go and come and go. Now you got the Eagles that are really good. The Cowboys are always going to be in relevancy no matter what. We've seen that. But for me, I'm always gonna when we play the Packers, I hate the Packers. I do. I honestly do. And it goes as far as them being a team that has beat the Cowboys in the biggest games that I've watched. Same with the 49ers. If the 49ers have never beat the Cowboys in these postseason games with these devastating losses, I wouldn't give a fuck about them, right? It's think of a team. It sucks to lose to Detroit, but we've never watched the Cowboys lose to Detroit in the postseason. Right? A devastating loss. So it's I don't have that same hate. So mine strictly goes back to feeling how I felt in the last 20 years over the Cowboys' chances in certain games.
Yeah.
Strictly. And then it all just boils back down to fuck the Eagles.
It certainly ebbs and flows, but I love a historical conflict or a historical rivalry rearing its ugly head. And so, when Washington comes around, it's Washington's in a weird place where it's which team are they going to be next?
Yeah, because it's what's his face's first year there, Jaden Daniels. They made the NFC Championship, and then this year they finished third and tied for third in the division.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So I'll just say one last thing on this, and I think going into it, if you had to say the only team that I absolutely, in terms of the team plus their fan base, it's the Eagles. I don't look at the Packers as Brent Packer guy goes, hey, if you actually come here, I don't think you would hate us as much. It's not that you hate the people.
Yeah, I don't hate the people at all.
We would go tailgating with everybody there, have the fun trash talking, watch the game, and be totally fine with it.
Well, and I think that's where he's getting hung up on when I say how much I hate the Packers. He's taking it as I hate the fan base.
It's because, in fairness, we hate the Eagles fan base.
Oh yeah, but that's why I'm explaining. I hate the Eagles fan base. I hate the Eagles. I hate the games that the Cowboys have lost to the Packers. And even when we went to the 49ers home game and we had a pretty good time. Everybody was pretty chill. There's a video of Boots and I in the middle of a Niner gang party Yeah. And people were just ribbing us. No one was trying to stab us or fight us, or we kind of just did our thing. And it was enjoyable. Like, I went there, felt fine, had no qualms. Oh God, there's that qualms.
Wow, you're trying to hit your word count today?
You didn't qualm. There's no qualms.
There's no qualm. None of them qualmed on Boots Nut. But there was no issues.
There was no qualms until you brought up qualms. Okay?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So there was no issues with any of the fans, and I know it'd be the exact same in Green Bay. I'm sure I'd have a blast in Green Bay. It's still, anytime we line up to play the Packers, I have a little bit of a hate on going for the Green Bay Packers,
and that's fair. And also,
fair in love and war.
Also too as well, some recent. Because we got to get in the show, right, guys?
Yeah, show. Welcome to the main event.
Welcome to the main event. This is Adam, Alex, and Anthony.
Jake. And most people...
you got to keep the AI on its toes.
Yeah, keep the AI on its toes. But the rivalry conversation was fun. But I do just want to bring up this video because I did see it, and then I've lost it. And then someone shared it here. Ant shared it today, and I was like, oh, fuck me, I don't have to go try to find this. But it's a good video. This was, I guess, from
Hard Knocks.
Although it's filmed like it's from the TV.
Yeah, someone just filmed. Someone just filmed the screen.
Yeah. But this is Schottenheimer in delivering the news that Eberflus has been fired on the show and to the rest of his team.
All right, so I just met with Flus early this morning. Incredible human being. Love the man, but at the end of the day, the football wasn't right. I've been in this position. I've been Flus. I've been the guys in this room. I understand the questions. I understand the concerns. And I will answer all those. Right now, the focus has to be, number one, about the man, checking on him, one. Reach out, tell him you love him, because he's a great man. Two, finishing this process. The exit interviews with the players are critical. We have to continue that process. So we got players rolling in here in the next little bit. If anybody's got questions, come see me.
I mean, that's, I think, pretty as professional as you can get, right? Like, what are your guys' thoughts on it?
I loved it. I loved how he just came in, sat down, had this. I mean, I don't know if this was the extent of the meeting. It certainly looks like he sits down, says his piece, and then they end up leaving like a couple seconds after this. One thing a question I had, though, they showed the reaction of this one coach kind of looking right in the beginning.
He looked like a cartoon character.
Which one, the bald guy?
The bald guy.
Andrew Whitecotton.
No, that's not Whitecotton. I'll show you. I'm just going to let it play so we can reset it.
Maybe mute that.
Just mute it while I'm talking here. I'll show you the guy when he comes up. But
it's the dude that looks like Porky the Pig, right?
He's got hair.
Oh, okay, I'm thinking of a different guy.
So
incredible human being.
Right here.
Love the man, but at the end of the day, the football wasn't right.
This guy.
Oh,
so
for some reason I thought he was bald when I say. I mean, kind of going, but
hey, maybe he should be
Porky the Pig, though. That's who.
Okay, yeah, certainly. I'm just when I saw that I was like, because his face was like, that's a concerned face. Like they just found out Eberflus was fired in this meeting.
It looks like
are there Eberflus's boys in this meeting?
Right, which he's thinking
he might
right
be
now.
one and be like, okay, I'm out too.
Yeah, that's the shit in my next face. That's what that is. Shit in my next face.
That doesn't. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, you're right. I think it might be defense.
Scroll up. I think you masked it.
I did. So that's the offensive line coach, Connor.
Okay. Right there. No,
it's right here. It's right here. That has to be him.
Well, what's his name?
He's an offensive line.
Connor Riley. He's the offensive line.
Okay, he ain't gone.
Okay.
No.
Anyways, I was like, oh fuck.
And they could have also just,
I think that's
done a little
editing.
He
might not even be reacting.
That's what I mean. This could just be some editing magic.
Anyways, I thought
magic.
I liked how Schottenheimer delivered it. I think it was Tuck maybe who put out a video where he was like, "Man, what a bad year for the Cowboys to have picked the head coach."
Oh yeah.
Last year.
Well, because you have two goats out there.
Two goats just roaming. There's a slew of talented head coaches out there. Fact being, though, everything I've seen from Schottenheimer, I've enjoyed.
Yeah, same.
And to be quite honest, like, I don't know that I would want Tomlin or Harbaugh the year after they get fired to come to the team And for certain, we know who was it Harbaugh's demands. He basically wants to hire the GM.
Yep.
It's like that's not happening.
And I think Mike Tomlin might take a year off. Okay, so
I would.
No, Mike Tomlin is.
He's taking a year
I
off.
would want to take
Go
a
into
year
TV.
off.
He's going to go into TV,
Yeah,
have
sure.
a gravy job,
And
still
he-
stay among football.
Yeah.
And he wants to go to a warm weather climate.
Yeah,
apparently.
I don't blame him.
He's spent the last 18 years in Pittsburgh. And
Doing this phase?
And then before that, he was in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
go to South Beach. But one thing,
Miami Mike.
Yeah, right, Miami Mike. Tom Dolphin, I guess you could you could merge his last name somehow into sounding like a dolphin. But I was on Reddit today, if anyone's ever heard of the website Reddit.
Yep.
And people were tracking the owners of the New York Giants jet, and it flew to Maryland, Baltimore, and returned back. So people were like, did they just go pick him up and the deal's going to be finalized in a day or two?
Harbaugh?
Yeah. Yeah, they flew to Maryland.
Yeah, I mean, they're it all comes down to, well, the other thing, the other guy, sorry, now we're talking coaches, but talking about Baltimore that I was listening.
So the one I saw, there was an actual map of
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, they had
Looking for it. The owner of the Giants, he hasn't spoken for a while, but he looked like a mafioso boss. And when they're talking about, if Loop made that kick and you guys won that game, would it Harbaugh's fate be different? He goes, for 1 week.
Oh,
So it's like literally was, but he's involving Lamar Jackson in the coaching search for his team for the Baltimore
who
Ravens.
the fuck is Steve Tisch though?
Steve Tisch is
Because the Maras own the Giants.
yeah.
Let me see here. Steve Tisch is chairperson of the New York
Yeah,
Giants.
dude, how did you not know that?
Well, because I was thinking owners. I was thinking
here,
I was thinking private jets you'd have.
let me just goop it up here for everybody to see AJ's behind the scene. Welcome to tracking owners and their moves.
Yeah, that's what we call the offseason.
Where'd it go? Maryland?
Yeah, Maryland, yeah.
Anyway.
Maybe it got deleted, but maybe it was fake.
Who knows? But there
It's like a
There's
Santa tracker.
they're obviously going to be flying around and looking. If I was Tomlin, I might even just go talk with some guys just to get an idea of what's out there. And if a great opportunity came up, perhaps. I mean, he does have one in Miami, right? Like, that just opened up. And Dan Soder, good friend of Mike McDonald,
Yep.
the coach.
Mike McDaniels.
Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
Whoever the coach was for the coach that got fired from the Dolphins.
Yep.
And then he went off on Dan Soder finally went off on the Dolphins. The organization with a owner.
It is a shit organization, to be
It's
honest.
one of the worst, man, with what they do with their quarterback.
It'll be crazy to see who goes to Pittsburgh, though, because that's an organization that's had 3 coaches since 1960. Like they have,
That's it. That's all they've had.
and sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just I wanted to wrap up the talk on this just about I was leading into the DC coach.
Yeah.
No new updates. Jim Leonhard seems to be already chosen from what some people have said.
Yeah,
and
they just can't technically hire him because he's the Broncos are still in contation.
right.
So that's the only reason that they can't.
They interviewed Jonathan Gannon, though.
Yeah, I know. Hey, John, lasers, because you're fast.
Lasers.
Says that to Jerry.
Electrocutions.
He says to Jerry, like a salt shaker,
Yeah.
because he eats salt. Fuck off, Gannon, you nerd.
I also looked just to see, and maybe I'm just really bad at searching. I couldn't find that Leonhard, however
Just
you fucking- Leonard.
Silent H for some reason.
I haven't seen that he
Silent H doesn't even exist.
Leonard. Yep. Only in
It's Leo. It's like
Jalapenos.
Leon. So everyone's like Leonhard.
Yeah, but it's just Leonard.
Yeah.
They call me Leo Hard.
Leo and Hard.
Leonhard.
But he hasn't had an interview with any other team that I've seen. So maybe that's because their coaching and Cowboys were just able to slip in there.
And he's
but
already
it's good sign.
And he's already just like, yeah, I'll come be your DC.
And
Let me
possibly
go win a Super Bowl first.
again, him and Shoddy have that relationship as well. So
From the Jets. Was that what it was?
yeah, Shoddy was the OC and he was a player on there.
Lenny and the Jets.
Lenny and the Jets.
I think at the end of the day, once you see this next crop of teams coming out, like if the Broncos
Broncos are losing this week.
the Broncos aren't, or they are?
They are. They're losing this week.
Yeah, Broncos lose this week, then all of a sudden now you'll see some. Well, I think we'll see some traction.
I didn't even look at the schedule. I know the Seattle Seahawks played the Saturday night game, but I haven't even looked at the schedule for the other games, to be honest.
Divvy weekend.
Yeah, divisional round. So it's the Seahawks and the Seahawks and the Niners Saturday night. I imagine it's an AFC game Saturday afternoon. Yeah, so Bills Broncos. Ooh, that'll be a good game. Okay, so I think
Saturday's the day.
Saturday's a good one. I mean, even both days are good.
Yeah, I think the
Fucking
Texans
8 teams left.
Patriots has the ability to be the least highest scoring game. Like it could be.
Well, I don't
pretty
know
shut
that
down.
defense. And how many points did Texans defense score last week?
Crazy. I know.
all the memes with CJ Stroud and helping his team out and stuff.
Yeah, like Stroud had 5 turnovers or something crazy, which was insane.
4 fumbles.
And the Texans are supposed to be the defensive powerhouse, and they were. Like the Steelers did fuck all, but I mean, even the Rams Bears, that could be good.
Yep.
I like the split of the games too. That we have a 1:30 and a 5 on Saturday, and then the games will be done by like 6:30.
Yeah, and it's not
on
AFC
Sunday.
Saturday and NFC Sunday. It's
No.
AFC, NFC,
You got
NFC, NFC.
got a little bit of both.
And
AJ,
where did you get that list of players?
which one?
The top 10.
Oh, I screenshot PFF, but it would be in the chat. Or
Okay, I'll
DM.
just pull those
But
up.
all I did was I went to PFF and then I just clicked offense defense and it does the
Right,
PFF
okay.
and then I just kind of cropped.
I'm going to do it that way just so if case there's something else that we want to look at.
Yeah, exactly. So AJ's going to be pulling up on PFF. I posted a picture of the top 10 worst Cowboys players as per PFF grade and the same as for the offense. And it was just, I thought it was something fun to look at or interesting to look at because you can really see where the Cowboys are lacking with talent or playmaking ability.
God damn it. The only thing I can't do is find that just the master list of all players.
You hit roster. So they'll be, you got to go roster and then it'll have offense, defense.
And it's just like, hang on, let me take it over for you.
I was already there.
Yeah, and then you just
Okay.
click offense and
All
there's the shittiest players. And again, this is as per PFF, so take it with a little bit grain of salt, but
This is
kind
offense?
of how, this is offense. This is kind of how we felt. So the 10 worst players: Nathan Thomas, Hakeem Adeniji, Joe Milton III, Jonathan Mingo, Luke Schoonmaker, Brock Hoffman, Jaden Blue, Tyler Guyton, and Trevor Keegan. Jake Ferguson. I believe that's 10.
Yeah, and a lot of these guys on this list, Nathan Thomas, backup, Hakeem backup, Milton backup, Mingo.
I did even play.
I mean, maybe that's why he didn't.
Right.
The big ones, of course, you can look at. They have numbers beside their name. Like Nate Thomas did play enough that he was ranked,
Oh yeah.
right? But Luke Schoonmaker, Brock Hoffman, Tyler Guyton, and Jake Ferguson. All those guys, veteran dudes. I'm not expecting much out of Hoffman. I'm expecting better than 56. I always find the offensive lineman rankings sometimes don't add up to what I see on the field, but there must be some truth in what they're doing. It's Schooney, it's Ferguson for me on this list.
Yeah, those are supposed to be your 1 and 2 on tight end. And we all expected with this type of offense with CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, and then the way Javonte Williams was playing, like Ferguson started the season off pretty good, but he should have had 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Honestly, because you didn't get the touchdowns really from CD, so you can't really say all the touchdowns were being poached by the wide receivers. There was opportunities. Jake Ferguson fumbled it a bunch of times, and then they couldn't replace him with Schoonmaker because Schoonmaker at this point has been a second-round bust.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the thing that's more important to me is you have in the last few years that you've drafted, you have Schoonmaker and Guyton both on there that were high draft picks. And then Guyton, who's the starter at tackle, has his next 2 backups behind him also on this. So as far as we didn't think drafting a tackle was an important need, it's almost like the board here is telling you a little bit different. It might be one of those spots that if you don't want to draft it, you have to fix it in free agency. Like you're going to have to go out and sign someone in free agency that you think is good as equal or better than Guyton, and then hope Guyton beats him in the training camp fight.
Yeah, because Guyton's coming into that third year.
Yep.
If he's got to get off the pot. His benefit, though, is he's beside Tyler Smith, you know? So, like, if he's not going to do it, yeah, we could bring in any dude for a Band-Aid for a year, and you can repeat that process as long as you got a strong guard beside you.
Well, there was some talk, too, that Smith might take over left tackle, and then they might put Tyler Guyton to right tackle where he played in college, and then obviously not bring back Terrence Steele. So there's options, but it gets a little messy there because Tyler Smith's not being paid like a tackle. So you think he's going to switch to a spot, which is a premier spot with a lot more, where you can be put on a pet or on an island a little bit more. You think he's going to do that without being compensated? I don't know, but there is options. But
well, and that was a comment that Shoddy, we never talked about. Shoddy said, no, Tyler's, because they asked him about it, and he goes, Tyler Smith's listed as a left guard until we tell him he's not playing left guard.
True.
Yeah.
But they already did that. They already put him at left tackle this season. So, I mean, you could say that.
They were saying, what's his thing on, but basically he was saying, yeah, he's going to be here, but we're going to put him wherever he's needed on the team.
Yeah.
And again, Tyler Smith's probably like, what the fuck? Like, fuck that, because I'm not getting paid like that.
Well, you know who they tried to do that to, and he just said, no, I'm not doing it?
Who?
Zach Martin.
Yeah.
They wanted to put Zach Martin. Track him if you got him. Zach Martin was a tackle in college. They then wanted to move him to tackle when the Cowboys were going through some injury, and he said, no, I'm a guard. I'm playing guard. They didn't cut him, and Zach Martin had a Hall of Fame career at guard. Was one of the Dallas Cowboys' best players in the last 25 years.
Zach Martin comes back? Kick Tyler Booker. They kicked Tyler Booker out over to left guard.
Hey.
I whatever they do, I think that there are the ingredients like Hoffman, and who's our other backup? The name escapes me.
Nate Thomas.
Bass.
Yeah.
But those guys have been, now, one day they just might not work out, but they've been seemingly working out for our offensive line when they've had to fill in well enough. But you're right. Tackle's something to look at. And here's the thing. In that 12th pick, basically can almost always get the pick of the litter of tackle. Now, I don't know the qualities of these tackles. It's not my expertise. My expertise is to sit here, drink, vape, and regurgitate information that I read from other people towards you. But
I'd be pissed if they took tackle at
me
12.
too. I would be pissed.
Even at 20. Well, maybe not at 20.
But it might turn out to make good sense.
This defense is so bad.
Oh, I know.
And again, it's going to come down to what they do in free agency. But the Cowboys have to be heavy hitters in free agency to either get one of those defensive spots, which we're going to look at here next to see what has been lacking positional-wise. And the PFF tells a pretty nice story as far as defense. But if you don't address tackle in free agency, then you have to draft it.
And I'm also not good. I wouldn't give up on Guyton this season either.
No, he still should get a chance. He should still get a chance, but he should have some competition.
Oh, 100%.
And Steele's probably gone too, right? So you're going to bring in a swing tackle who's going to have a chance. Because Nate Thomas obviously wasn't at 88th of 89. So it's just, I think you just scroll down, AJ.
Oh, there it is. AJ's trying to figure out.
That's what was freaking me out, man. Okay, here we go.
Reddy Stewart was that bad. Wow.
Well, let's see how bad he was, Adam.
Like the defense was a hell of a lot worse.
There's Kenneth Murray.
Yeah, 87 out of 89.
You got a lot of players. Donovan Wilson was in the very bottom.
Leofau? That's
Marquez Bell,
surprising.
Shamar James, Kenneth Murray, Savon Revel. Like Maurice Leofau didn't even get ranked because he didn't play enough. But you're looking. This is
you're looking at people you see on the field every single week.
Well, and there's only three types of positions here: safeties, cornerbacks, and linebackers. That's it.
Crunch that even to two defensive backs.
Yeah,
and linebackers.
yeah. You could. So that's telling you right now what needs to
except
be
for,
addressed.
of course,
the only
Jay
one,
Toya, but we're not including him.
Yeah, the only one I'm not.
He's not played next year if they re-sign Kenny Clark.
I'm not giving him a pass at all. But the only one that I'd be a little bit light on is Savon Revel. Like I feel you're coming in halfway through. Well, no, not Dotto Dub. You're kind of that vet player. Like you're better than you should be better than 87th. Savon Revel's a rookie.
Dead last.
Comes off
113th.
an injury. Gets thrown in to arguably not a great secondary, anyways. Plus the schemes where everybody was having problems. So he'd be the only player here that I'm just kind of like,
Wait, so if you're going to,
I'm sorry, I'm not going to give him a pass.
No, if you're going to consider the schemes though, then that's a blanket on every single person.
Which your boy Dono Dub.
Well, the only thing
have been utilized.
I still love Dono Dub. He definitely could be getting long in the tooth and not be the type of safety that the Cowboys need. But just look at his rush defense. That's what Dono Dub does.
He needs to be off the field on
Get
third
him
downs.
to the fucking line.
He needs to be on the field. He needs to be on the
on
field
running downs
and then off the field at coverage. Because can you just click the coverage for a sec? Because he's got to be one of the worst on the team. Yeah, and that's not good.
It's not good. But when Dono Dub had his great season that made me love him and get his jersey 3 years ago, maybe even 4, he was primarily coming down to be a run blocker. Yeah, he still did coverage, but because they thought he was always coming down to run, his coverage was better.
Yeah.
Right? Because they would make plays not really, I don't know.
Well, he's going to be one of the best run defenders. If you look at it, click run defense and let's see if you can give him a little street cred. Yeah, like look at that. He was, for the guys ranked on the team, Donovan Wilson was right. Yeah, third up there. So, and
Hooker had a
elite. Hooker looks good. Yeah.
So, and that's compared to
just every other. We're just so used to seeing red on everybody else.
But
it's nice to see a number 2 out of 100 and something in Quinnen Williams there.
When we look at both of these charts, we see for offense tackle, and that could be left tackle or right tackle.
Yep.
Because figure it out. But if you add a tackle to the mix, I think that's kind of bolsters that line. And one thing that in the NFL is you can never ignore your line.
And you can never have too many.
You can never have too many linemen. And then tight ends. Tight ends, I think, are a little bit more easier to figure out and get a guy who can come in there. The biggest problem, in my opinion, with Ferguson was he was there and available, but he was at that 6 or 7 yard mark.
Yeah.
He needs to push that to 9 or 10 yards.
He needs to be that middle of the field. We seen it on the weekend. We were watching postseason teams, and their tight ends were making plays all over the field.
Yeah.
Not just within 6 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Which is essentially a check down.
It's a check down, and it's just not gonna. It's not. If you want this offense to really take the next step, you need to see the Jake Ferguson of 2 years ago, where he was getting down the field. He looked slow. Ferguson looked like he was running with cement blocks on his feet this year in sand underwater.
He's running with all that money in his shoes.
He did just get paid. That fire could be gone a wee bit, but
like Gannon said, you get that fire in your belly. You better.
Well, Cowboys interviewed him, so it's like, let's don't get so.
And then,
you take a bus here,
and then on defense,
did you take a bus here?
How's that fire? How's that fire in your belly?
Fire you up
because that's a car.
Jerk off on that bus
because that's a car.
That's a car. You jerked off in your own car, and then defense, like Ant said earlier, safeties, cornerbacks, linebackers. So I would rank defensive position higher, and then the offensive position in that second. But those are the 5 position groups, basically, that we're looking at, or positions.
And I think defensive end, even though it doesn't look like it's something hurting, if you get a stud defensive end fall to you at 12,
you got to do it.
I think you pull the trigger on that also, because then you still have that 20th pick to still get. You could still get a starter on the defense at 20.
Well, think about the way I would look at it too is if you were able to bring in, we have our guys, they're young dudes. They had great potential. We had a defense. It makes it very hard to judge this season off of from what we saw, because the eye test for me with Revel was he had some really good games where, sure, guys were catching the ball on him, but he was right there making the stop. Same with Reddy Stewart. There was a number of, maybe it was just a couple games in a row.
Yeah, but we thought, hey,
we noticed it. We're like, okay, this guy looks like he's good. He's by no means the starter on the team, but he's a great piece to the pie. So it's really hard to judge them this year because of how terrible the defense was.
Yeah.
But so all that being said, this will help to direct what the Cowboys should be looking at in free agency. Because if they can just bring in a couple guys to help bolster those positions,
You can then go BPA.
yeah, then you
Totally.
can go BPA. And then that defensive end that you draft, you bring in a couple of guys who can just make this defense go from 50 to 60. But the defensive end can be a game wrecker. And hey, settle down. I know we had one in Micah Parsons. He was a $47 million guy. We want a $5 million guy.
Wow. Okay, so
who does the same thing for 4 years
well,
and then figure it out.
okay, so I got a question for you after I make this comment because now I can't unsee it, and I have to say it until it gets out of my system.
Do it.
BPG goes, ad shirt is bothering me. It looks like a white shirt with a white vest over it, even when it isn't. So when I'm sitting here, you can see this right here looks like a vest. It looks like a vest in my shirt right here. The way it's cutting down, it looks like
And because drip is cut off, it looks like it's covering the logo.
Yeah, he was
it totally
like a
does.
shoulder pads, like I'm wearing shoulder pads.
I wish you were wearing a white vest with a white sweater.
Oh man, that'd be better.
Shout out to Drip.
Okay, you can get a defensive a drip with a double R. You can get a defensive end. I don't think we're going to get somebody for $5 million. I think to get that.
He means drafting, I think.
Oh, drafting?
Yeah. Sorry, I meant
He's drafting. They're going to be on the rookie
whatever.
contract.
Right,
5 million, 7
Okay.
million, 10 million, whatever. It's going to be 75% or cheaper
Well,
than Micah Parsons.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
You can get
But-
the same
but
caliber
would
dude.
you? Okay, let's say you don't go for the same caliber dude, but you get a very solid veteran defensive end in
Pre-draft for sure.
pre-draft in Trey Hendrickson. Would you go for that? And you're paying him $38 million or
No,
$35
Still
million?
really a lot. That's a lot.
Well,
He's an old-ass man.
How much would he go for as you're checking?
You're right. That's probably
I think
around.
okay. So then my follow-up question to you then is looking for what position are you targeting? If you say, let's say you have to on defense, if we're going to put some rules here, you're going to sign someone in free agency and they have to be a veteran. What position group or what position are you targeting for that then?
If I'm signing someone in free agency,
Yeah,
we looked. I think linebacker. I think linebacker's still the cheapest you could pay for a guy that can make the biggest difference.
You need me to bring up that Canva board?
Yeah, bring it up.
Because we,
You little sluts?
yeah, because we were looking at some of the players that are going to be in free agency, and I think you have a better chance of getting a guy there if and then maybe a corner or defensive end.
Linebacker.
Yeah, linebacker. Yeah.
Nice try, buddy. Crack him if you got him.
Let me do my presentation mode.
There we go.
Skip to the end. Skip to the end. So these are the top. Oh yeah, these are the top 2026 top free agencies selected by yours truly,
Crack me if you got him.
Jake, aka Way J. Crack him if you got him.
Jake J.
And there are more. If there's a guy in mind that's not on this list, we can go and bring him up. But linebackers, there's few guys that I think fit the need of the Cowboys or are going to be in the age for the Cowboys. But there are dudes there that would, like Devin Lloyd, for example, is a name that I've seen thrown around, and a guy who I would also go ahead and spend $20 million on to bring on to the Cowboys. I think that just bringing him on for linebackers are solved. Still go draft one.
Yeah, draft one, but it doesn't have to be. It can be in the fourth.
Could be in the fourth. If Sonny Styles drops to 12, boom, there's your dude. Now you've got this elite with Overshown, with what Leah Fowl can add. It's a very
Shamar James.
one dude, as we've seen with Quinton Williams, can lift up an entire player group.
Did you delete you had Quay Walker on there? Did you delete him from linebackers?
Did I have Quay Walker?
Yeah, because we've talked about him and he is an LB.
Oh no, I didn't put Quay Walker on because I didn't like his name. No, just kidding.
You had qualms with Quay.
Qualms with Quay.
But anyways,
Quay qualmed on me.
Quail egg.
There was a
Quay.
reason I didn't put him on the list.
you just thought that. I think you thought that the Green Bay Packers are going to re-sign him anyways. And he's going to fetch a decent amount.
Sure, throw him on there too. Like I probably
two as
missed him then. I think we talked about him, then I just didn't.
I thought I saw him on your list here before. That's
No,
why
we just talked about him in the DMs.
don't get into my DMs. I actually think a linebacker, you're getting some good value there. Safeties is another spot that I think you could probably go for that field general.
It-
I think
If go ahead.
well, let's just go back. Let's just rewind. Who made the big play at the end of the game versus the Eagles?
Kendricks.
Linebacker though.
Linebacker.
And by the
That's what
way-
I'm saying, linebacker. So veteran linebacker, even if he's a bit more of an Oldsmobile and he's not moving as quick as he once
No,
was.
I don't want any of these fixes. I want a guy that's 27. If you're not drafting a linebacker,
I want him here for 3 years.
I want you to take. It can't be a 1 year. Kendricks was awesome and he made a play at the end of the game, but he was signed a month ago. No other team wanted him, and he was put. I think with Kendricks, I believe it's more to do with Salah than it is to do with like Salah put him in a good spot at a good time of the game. We saw Kendricks last year. He was pretty slow. Still probably would have been really good on the Cowboys, but we need the linebacker, whoever they get or draft or sign, to be the best player behind Q on the defense.
Yeah.
I want them to go sign a guy for 20 million or 15 million and just have him be that second best player, that field general.
Well, I don't think. Well, yeah, that exactly. I'm saying I'm looking for the field general. When I say old, I'm not talking about a 35-year-old guy.
Give me the Aaron Rodgers.
I was just talking.
linebackers.
I was just talking about someone like Kendricks, and I'm not. And again, yeah, he's slowing down. But you're saying get the older veteran guy who still is in his prime.
I want them to get Kendricks when Kendricks went from Minnesota to LA.
Yeah.
I think and first of all, one thing I just want to say is trying to sneak this in. When Kendricks made the play in the clip, you hear our prophet, Big Chris, go, Kendricks getting the sack.
Oh, really?
Now, he was wrong with the sack, but just as good as a sack.
Hey, still made the play.
He should have just said Kendricks is making the play.
Game winning play.
Boom. And which is probably what he saw.
That's
but
what
then
we're
he
gonna say.
Yeah. So anyways, our savant prophet, Big Chris, did call that play at
That's
the end.
crazy.
And number two, now is not the I know what you're saying, and I totally agree. And maybe it would make more sense if we had like a dude who we had that linebacker going into year 2, and we needed a dude to come in and maybe teach him up. But I don't want the Cowboys to be in that position. Cowboys need to say, no, we're not built. This defense needs to go from here to here. We're not building to here in 3 years. We got to jump.
Yeah, Kenneth Murray was one of the worst off-season acquirees in the last since I've been a fan.
Well, think Kenneth Murray's was $7 million. Who was the other guy? Sanborn, who didn't even play. I think he was $5 million.
Sandman had the coolest sound bites.
Coolest sound bites.
I
Couldn't
deleted
even
him
get
off
on
the
the
board.
goddamn
I deleted
field.
him off the board.
You deleted him like he got deleted, basically.
Yeah.
Trevon Diggs, whatever his contract is now freed up, but that was $15 million or something like that in the year. So, anyways, those guys combined,
You got some cash.
we could. If I said to you, Devin Lloyd or those 3 players,
Oh,
you'd pick Devin
You're taking
Lloyd
Devin
every
Lloyd.
time.
every time. Difference maker. Don't forget about Overshown. I still believe in Leafau. I just think he was. Look, Eberflus was running Kenneth Murray all season.
I don't get that.
And when Shamar James came in, sure, his PFF would and that take that into account, but the eye test showed Shamar James was playing a hell of a lot better linebacker in the opportunities that he got. So there are pieces there. They're not our first tier pieces. And I would even say Overshown is a second tier piece, but he's a very important second tier piece. And those other guys, I think, could be Shamar James, Leafau. Those guys could be there as well. But we need a big dog in that linebacker core, the equivalent or very close to of Q, who
Like
they added to the defensive line.
Like his brother Quincy.
It didn't solve the issues that we're having on defense, but it certainly made us excited for what we saw them doing.
Look, I
in
think
that front.
to bro down and get Quincy in there, he's not the solution, but he could be an ingredient. Like you could take him and still draft
Brother?
draft a linebacker.
I wouldn't be
in it.
against Brother Williams too, because I think that would be kind of interesting. But
He's a little bit older. He doesn't hit Ant's 27 year mark.
he's
And
half as
he hasn't had a couple really good seasons. So they actually
he was on the Jets.
was on the Jets.
I know.
You know, like it's
That's what
hard
I'm
to
saying.
fault a guy for being on the
But
Jets.
don't go after him and expect that he's going to be the solution. to your linebacker
out of
problem.
those-
You then still need to work on getting additional linebackers here.
Out of those guys, it's
Go get two of them.
No,
get two of them.
out of
Get
those-
Quincy Williams and also take Devin Bush.
out of those guys,
And
it's,
you're still coming away with less than what you said with those 3 players.
exactly. It's Lloyd and Bush out of the linebackers. For safeties, I'd honestly take. I mean, Kyle Duggar.
Oh.
I've always liked Duggar. He's a little old in the tooth, but who's the guy on the list here? Quentin Lake. I think he's going back to the Rams. To be quite honest, unfortunately. And then on cornerbacks, I mean, there's a lot of guys on cornerbacks you could pick up, but at the end of the day,
You just can't be scared to spend money in free agency.
go spend money, get one guy from each of these, and then in the draft, we can literally go BPA with your like weight
I'm even
on a safety or cornerback.
Well,
or
I'm
linebacker.
even fine with if they shore up spots on the defense with free agency. I'm fine with them going strictly BPA with any position.
sure.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
care offense or defense.
Yeah, we don't need the rookie cornerback to make a team good.
That's what
we
I
don't
mean.
need a rookie safety. We don't need the rookie linebacker.
Exactly. If you end up getting a guy that's going to make a position, if he's going to start over a spot, even on offense at 12, you can take and he's going to start over a guy. I'm fine with doing that as long as you've shored up spots. And that's the issue with not using free agency to fill holes, because then you end up drafting for positional needs instead of taking the best person on your board. That's why you get Luke Schoonmakers. That's why you get Mozzie Smiths. That's why you get even Savon Revel to an extent.
Yep.
He might have been their best guy on their board, but the Cowboys have reached a little bit with players in the last few years. And if you're gonna have that happen, you have to be a player in free agency. And Jerry Jones, I know he said all in and shit a couple years ago, but he has been vocal saying this might be the year where they start to push in with some money, and we'll see if that's true or not.
The Savon Revel pick, though, like at the time, you still have Deron Bland, you have Trevon Diggs, and you have Kalen Carson. So regardless of all 3 of them having some sort of injury, and then you just draft a 4th injured cornerback, you're still looking at it and be like, Savon Revel's a pick for, and I hate this thought, he's a pick for 2026 season, right? Like, if we can get him in and we can get him acclimated to the team, then that'll be a great pick. We're getting great value from him in the 3rd. So I get that one, but for him to now be up on your list as one of your top guys, we just can't have that. It's just not going to work.
And I just feel like
Chicken tonight?
we've said 3 years since Cowboys started, by the way.
Yeah, you have a 3-year window.
But the Cowboys had a team that was, competitive on both sides of the balls throughout that time. This was a year where we've seen the worst defense historically in Cowboys history, in CanFan history, potentially even in NFL history.
They were up there.
I wouldn't put it by him. But now we're at the point, though, where Dak's in his 10th year.
Yep.
CeeDee Lamb's getting up there, too. I don't know that we get another contract out of CeeDee. Maybe we do, but he might just say, fuck it, I'm going to go get paid $30 million from 5 teams over 5 years, which kind of is a trend that I've seen wide receivers do. I think you'd always want to be a Cowboy. But my point being, this might be the actual. I don't know that we got the 3 years. When are their contracts up?
Yeah,
Is it
around
3
that.
years. Yeah. So like, you need to be looking. It's a very big crunch time, and Schottenheimer also aligns with this time frame where it's like
So does Jerry Jones in terms of being alive.
he's a vampire. He's going to live forever.
Also, too, as well.
He's going to be alive a bit.
But, there's a lot of things aligning where it's like this would be where you need to make a move, or basically, I think in 3 years, if nothing happens and we have all of these guys together that we want, the team's gonna have to blow up because they're not winning the Super Bowl, and they're not, and the salary is just gonna get too much. So we are in this crunch time now where these decisions really make a lot of.
Sense.
I agree with you. We don't have the chance. We don't have the opportunity to go, let's draft this guy for next season. He's got to play this year. And if not,
Especially both your 12th and 20th for sure.
12th and 20th, but
you don't have your 2nd or 3rd round pick. So those guys have to all start.
But what if you this is what I'm getting at. I would take my 4th and the rest of my picks in the 7th round to move up to a top 4th or even a low 3rd pick, just to move up, because I don't even give a about testing out a 6th and 7th round guy, right?
The issue with that, I think it's tough with
Teams
anything past your 4th round pick.
I know, but just the theory.
You'd have to almost use something from
I know, but just
2027.
But the theory of it. No, I think if you packaged a 4th, a 2 6th, and a 7th, you could maybe move
up in the 4th, maybe the 4th round.
But
maybe.
regardless,
yeah.
The maybe teams would take it, maybe they wouldn't. But my point just being, I don't want to invest in 6th and 7th rounds picks if it allows me to move up even slightly in the 4th to get a better guy, because we're not in a position where we want to develop these guys over 2 or 3 seasons. Like, sure, it makes sense in the long run for the franchise, but what if the guy is there who could come on and actually play on the field, where these other guys, they may or may not. It's all dependent. I don't think you're going to get a guy in the 4th round anyways. It'd be a lot. This thing I'm trying to say would make a lot more sense if we had a 2nd and 3rd round pick to move up into the 1st round, right? But
go ahead, Craig. It's harder to land on a guy that becomes magical in the 4th round, regardless of what everybody on the internet says about him. But Dak Prescott was a 4th round pick.
No, you can still get guys. You can get guys in the 6th and 7th round too. I'm just saying, if
Brock Purdy, who has more wins than Dak Prescott, he was Mr. Irrelevant.
When we have our CanFan big board,
yep,
and we have a guy who's sitting there in round 4 that we could get, but we have to give up all of the rest of our picks, would you do that, or would you?
Yeah, because I don't
just go ahead and try to get a bunch of other handful of guys.
No, because I kind of go with what I mean. Those even like late 5, 6, 7. Those are all picks that you're better off even just taking a chance with UDFA guys.
Yeah, let them.
Which the Cowboys seem to be all right picking up some of those guys. They just repaid one of them in. That was a weird.
Was that me or you?
That was me. That was a joker.
The funny thing is, like, I'm like, was that me when it happened? I was like, is that me going? Because I had just taken a sip.
Throat gurgles. But like Hunter Lepke was a
throat goats.
Throat goats.
Oh God.
I was trying to do it again. Oh, there it is. Hunter Lepke was a undrafted free agent, and they just re-signed him.
Who?
Hunter Lepke.
Gotcha.
No, those guys certainly exist. It's just if you have a list and your dude's there,
yeah, go for it.
Get him, and let's get him as a starter on this team. We need players who will actually get on the field and make a difference, whether it be for 10 snaps or 60 snaps. But a big shakeup in the NFL 2026 draft world. Dante Moore, who we were really hoping was going to enter the draft, decided to go back to college. Van Wilder?
Back to college.
Dante Van Wilder Moore?
But why Dante Van Wilder Moore going back to college? Why is that significant for the Cowboys? Because we don't want a quarterback.
Sorry, I got
well, the issue is he was supposed to be a top 10 prospect. So if he's drafted in the top 10 picks, that means a top 10 talent falls close to 12.
And I know this is a Commander's article, but I believe what we're talking about, that's what this article is about.
Yep.
Removing a quarterback means that those teams that need quarterbacks probably won't make a move in the first.
So this is bad for Commanders fans also.
Bad for Commanders, bad for Cowboys,
guy.
bad for anyone who's there. Bad for anyone who's got a high first round pick, because we always look at it as like, okay, if there's 3 quarterbacks and you're drafting at 10, you're going to get a top 7 dude.
Yeah, it's sweet.
That's
why picking 12 is usually awesome, because, well, not awesome, but you usually are going to have a good chance as a top 10 in a draft quarterback heavy class. And the only reason Moore's going back is because he had she shit the bed in his game against why can't I think who they played now?
But
against Indiana.
Though my only thought around my thought around that would be the reason he's not declaring is because he doesn't want to get thrown into a team like the Jets.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
I think he wants to be the first.
If you're a good quarterback in college, listen to us, a bunch of bubbly Betsies. If you're a good quarterback,
those drapes make you gurgle.
At no good quarterback in college is going to get drafted on a good team.
People could have
They're
said the same
going
thing.
to-
Yeah, people could have said the same thing about Caleb Williams about going to the Bears. The issue is the winner of that Indiana and Oregon game, if Dante Moore smokes Indiana and he has a great game, he's going to declare for the draft and he has a chance to be the first overall pick. That's what I think anyways.
And he's got time to get a haircut, maybe get that beard trimmed up a little bit, but I like what I see.
But it definitely does. So Adam Schefter said his decision is expected to have significant ramifications on the draft. And that's true because now teams that weren't going to get a top 10 talent or were possibly going to get a top 10 talent might miss out on a player that they could have originally got.
I have a proposition for you guys.
Okay, hit me, dog.
Because we got at least a half hour left, but I think we can get it done in 20 minutes. Here's my proposition. We do a PFF mock draft.
Ooh, I don't know if I like the mock draft yet.
Well,
I don't know. I think our first,
Let me finish.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
PFF mock draft. We do all of the picks to the 20th pick.
Okay. Yeah, I don't mind that.
I just want to go through, and we know that Dante can't be selected, so we won't select him. And we're going to pick for the teams that we, either the position or the player that we think they're going to pick, because I want to try to get to what
This is
the
a scout
Cowboys
draft.
actually will have available for them.
I like that. Scout draft. It's not our official mock draft.
It's not an official mock draft. It's I thought of it when we did, because we've talked about doing a first round draft, the whole thing. But when Dante came, I was like, man, I wonder what the shakeup is. So
Can we, when we do it, and this might spend a little bit more time than using just the PFF, can we just also have the ESPN top 100
Yeah.
we can have that. We can have
Draft,
draft buzz.
just so that we have an idea? Because
I think there's going to be some quick. There's going to be
do whatever you
There's going to be
want.
some quick picks, and then we're going to need to look at things.
PFF kind of like their interface is awesome, but I don't think that their selections are great.
No, God.
Like I would like to compare.
Here's what
I would have liked to compare some of PFF's early draft selections at this time last year, like early January, to what actually happened in the draft, and I think it was wildly different. Like, I mean, Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, and Bill Carter were always kind of top guys, but I think, well, maybe the top 20, because I remember all these guys in the top 20 last year were all fairly sought after.
Was this
But
the
I remember-
chart on ESPN that
Yeah,
you
but
wanted?
then just click, you can hit that. And then that just kind of gives you an idea, because you can look at, like,
And I got a draft buzz here.
yeah, because they actually have like Ty Simpson there, or Ty Simpson there, who you don't even see his name come up
Right.
in PFF, and they don't even have what's the dorky guy's name?
Francis or
Indiana's quarterback,
yeah.
Fernando.
Fernando.
Like he's not even in the top, so it's kind of crazy. Like they have him at 16.
Fernando Mendoza.
So it's kind of weird. I just don't know how teams get draft or how they decide, and then they have Lenore Sellers above Fernando. So it's just more of a reference.
So I think ESPN and maybe draft buzz as well is more based on just player skill. Like this is the order of skill, whereas PFF is taking in where they think it'll rank. Plus, it's also taking in everyone who's doing their own rankings. Because if you remember, PFF doesn't do it yet, but they do release a slider that lets you go just PFF's board or
Right.
just the
And that's
community
good.
board.
I like that
Yeah.
one. That's
But it's not there yet.
Yeah, let's give it a go.
So what we're doing is just Cowboys. We're doing all one round. Doesn't matter, but I'll put it down to slow. And none of this matters
No,
because
because
we're doing everyone.
it all, yeah.
So this is going to be Dante Moore Fallout
Dante Moore
draft.
scout draft. Cowboys fan scout draft.
Scout draft. Okay. So who do you think the Raiders take in round one?
Fernando Mendoza.
Me too.
Fernando Mendoza. Yep.
Okay. That's trifecta. Boost it. Jets are on the clock next. They also need a quarterback, wide receiver, defensive interior linebacker, and
So I
cornerback.
think you just put all those selections, like quarterback, wide receiver, defensive end, because I think they're going to go quarter. I think they have a very good chance of going quarterback.
Well,
They
especially
need a-
Ant,
they
if
need
you
a
look at
quarterback.
this and we see Ty Simpson above, it makes sense that they'd take Ty Simpson. I think.
Their next pick is 16. So if you look at the rest of the teams below, if none of them need quarterbacks, then you could
The
hedge
Cardinals do.
Cardinals need And
Browns, but I don't see the Browns.
I don't see the
taking
Browns
it.
taking one. No,
I mean, hey,
And the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Yep.
right? Okay.
So I don't think Jets would pass on Ty Simpson on this pick.
No, I agree. Ty Simpson for the now. This is a tricky one here for the Arizona Cardinals because they need all offensive players, basically quarterback, running back, guard, tackle. So I think to me honestly a good spot for either Jeremiah Love, or if you weren't going to go with Jeremiah Love, you'd go for the best player at a position, which would be Ruben Bain Jr. That's who I think they would go for.
I think Cardinal. This is my theory. Then we'll pass to Ad. My theory is Cardinals need to do something. Bring in a running back who can at least give some electric plays. Who gives a fuck how they do next season? That's what I think they would do.
Agreed. Jeremiah Love at 3, I don't think is a miss.
Yeah, if the Cardinals don't pick Jeremiah Love, 100% the Titans will be picking Jeremiah Love.
Well, what quarterbacks?
Yeah,
are
I was
there?
just gonna say, can you bring up the quarterbacks and
You want to look at QBs here? Ty Simpson, Dante Moore is not available no more.
They already
Lenore
kind of
Sellers.
already have a Sellers with what's his name?
Trinidad.
Yeah, I mean they're not going to go down and pick Carson Beck. So you're right. Like they can't get that quarterback. Why not get someone that could be electrifying in Arizona?
We
you
need to
see what
sell
I'm saying?
jerseys. We need to get people
Yeah.
in the seats.
But you see what I'm saying with ESPN? They have Lenore Sellers as the second ranked quarterback. He's not even in this when you go quarterbacks
Yeah, but
here.
so we look there, but go back quarterbacks on PFF, Alex.
That's what I mean. He's not even in the top. We didn't even see him yet.
Yeah.
How
you're
far
right.
do you have to scroll down to see Lenore Sellers?
What the fudge?
Is he not even on here?
Did he already get picked?
Can you type his name in and just see what happens? It's kind of weird. Oh yeah, he's not even on. He's,
Weird.
Maybe he hasn't declared yet.
Maybe.
But yeah, that must be it.
Okay. Well,
Jeremiah
anyways, Jeremiah Love, I think it just makes sense. I don't think that, there's no need for a linebacker or safety, so I would say Jeremiah Love. Let's just lock it up. He's gone before 12.
We're gonna make the next one easy too. They got running back, wide receiver, center, guard, edge, cornerback. He's gonna join back up with Cam Ward, Ruben Bain Jr.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Easy peasy.
100%.
Boost. Ruben's gone. New York Giants.
This one scares me that they got the 5th overall pick. They're gonna get such a good player, dude.
Caleb Downs.
I feel like they're going to go wide receiver just to get, because their defense ain't English. They've got a lot of options on. They got the running back, they've got the quarterback, they've got the wide receiver, but they need the wide receiver too. It's the NFL, baby. And so that's why I think Jordan Tyson, or let's go look at what wide receivers are here. Yeah, Jordan Tyson is the dude. I just feel him or Cornell Tate is who they would take. Am I wrong?
I don't disagree. I think any Ohio State guy they take here is a good pick. And you're just going to see every team not needing. You're going to hear about this all the time with Caleb Downs and Arvell Reese. Like, teams are going to be scared to take linebacker or safety.
I just think the Giants, when I looked at their roster, because I did this myself a week or so ago, their defense is pretty locked up. The wide receiver was a position, but you think Arvell Reese should go?
No, I don't. I think any three of the Ohio State guys.
I said Caleb Downs.
I don't think there's a wrong answer here.
I think if so, go down the list
I mean,
here.
PFF does have him as a top ranked player.
I just think that I hear what you're saying about the wide receiver.
Their
needs.
top needs wide receiver,
Which I find
two
weird
wide
to me.
receivers right here.
I find weird.
Well, it's
wide
because-
receivers.
It's just because you need two. They have Slayton and I forget the other dude's name.
I mean, I'm fine with us selecting Jordan Tyson for them here.
No, say who you would pick if you were the Giants. Caleb Downs is sitting there. I don't know.
Do
they need a safety more than they need a wide receiver?
Who's John Harbaugh picking?
If I'm the New York Giants right now and I'm taking the best player available, Caleb Downs is the best player available.
Okay, then I think they take that guy.
I just think I don't think Downs is going to make it past this.
Well, are you taking him? Yes or no?
I'm picking Caleb Downs.
So there's
Okay.
two of
Yep.
us. So let's select them.
Downs to the Giants. Now we got
This is a wide receiver pick.
Browns.
The Browns are taking
Okay.
a wide receiver.
Yeah.
so there's Tyson, Carnell Tate. I think you can coin flip them, but ESPN has Tyson.
So it's just by default, we're do it.
What's the ranking for the tackles, offensive line? Because they could be going for the. Their next pick's 24. So they could they need to.
Spencer Fanu and Francis Biano. They're gonna be gone before 24. But they
Okay,
got some guys.
okay,
They got some
okay,
guys.
okay.
They got some guys.
Okay,
So they
so
could
yeah,
wait.
take
So
a
I
wide
think they
receiver.
go wide receiver. Jordan Tyson is heading to the Browns.
Yep. There you go, Shador. Now shut your mouth.
Washington's going to take
The
Wagner's replacement, Arvel Reese.
Yeah.
Bobby Wagner's long in the tooth. Maybe they have him for another year. He could.
Big pick for the Commanders. Do not want to play 4 years against Arvel Reese.
So now the
Reese is.
the Giants have got two players that I love in the draft, Arvel Reese, and then the Commanders got. Sorry, and then the Giants got Caleb Downs.
Yeah.
So I hate pick that. And the Giants took all of the players we liked last year. This now on the clock, wide receiver, guard, defensive line for the Saints. And I think any of these next three guys would be good picks for them. It all depends what you think they need more.
I feel like Edge is just. Let's have a quick look at Bailey. This guy's a fucking insane dude.
Yep.
15 sacks. He's a real deal. Or the defensive interior, also 6'3", 310. I mean, you pick between these guys. I'm fine with either one, to be quite honest. I think they go with the Edge.
Edge has more.
But they need the defensive line.
That's Edge, defensive line.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Edge him.
Edge 'em.
Dave Bailey,
David
welcome
Bailey
to the team.
goes to the Saints, and to muck up some barns.
Weird. The Kansas City Chiefs with a top 10 pick.
Now, Kansas City, run de facto by Andy Reid. He's a smart dude. He's going to pick someone who we want, who everyone thinks is a sneaky pick. He's going to get that pick. That being said,
I think they go wide receiver.
Carnell Tate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ohio State, solid school. Can't go wrong.
Get Mahomes someone out there. That's what I
Mahomes
think.
is there for another 10 years or whatever the contract is. So, Carnell Tate to the KC.
Ant doesn't like it.
No, I think it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, any picks, and you never know how long Rice is going to be around there with all his domestic abuse and driving things he's going to have. So you may as well stack the wide receivers.
Stack the box.
Bengals are tough because they need
Everything.
They need I would go a line with them. I don't know if they'd go this far down, but maybe they would take the top tackle in the draft.
Don't forget, they had the only team that had a worse defense than the Dallas Cowboys was
Okay.
the Bengals.
So maybe they go either DI or
Yeah,
Sonny Styles. They need a defensive interior. I think they take the
it's
top.
just the top. He's the top defensive interior. It's one of their needs. I think they're getting them.
Okay, so Pete Woods goes to the Bengals.
And obviously, we're not looking at trading back. I mean, some of these teams.
No, we're
actually
taking-
Yeah, there might be trade.
There may be
I
trans-
face value.
think the Bengals are going to trade back. But I have what are you going to do with them? Like they got to figure out what their shit. They need a lot of work.
It's like
They
the
might have
Cowboys though too.
Yeah.
They might actually have picks in every round, though, Adam.
Yeah. They're how are they any different than the Cowboys? And they have an offense, right? Like they
Yeah.
just had a defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very similar to Cowboys. Needs here. Should we? Let me go see what the quarterbacks are, because they might take a quarterback. They might make that jump to that Sellers kid who's not on this list. Which, if we wanted to, we could just pick another guy and say that they pick Sellers. You know what I mean?
I find it weird that Sellers isn't there.
Well, he might not commit.
So he's the now ranked second QB. He might not commit.
He didn't have a great season, but he's just
No.
he's a physical.
Okay, well, let's just say if they do pick, if we think they would take Sellers, we'll just pick any quarterback. It doesn't matter. But let's look at the list of guys here. Mekhi Lemon, he's a smaller receiver. I think he's like 5'11".
Stud though. Yeah, that's small.
Small, but he might be what you need, 200 pounds.
I don't think McCoy's gonna go.
No,
as high as
he's
this.
going to fall.
But if they take a cornerback, it would be Mansour
Delaney.
Delaney.
I feel going defense, like a cornerback is good. Again, obviously, we have no idea who they're gonna have come in as their coach and what they're gonna actually do for the team.
Yeah, we're coaching right now.
Yeah,
we're coaching all 32 teams, bro.
You're in charge of the Dolphins. You want a quarterback. I just don't know. Do you spend time with those quarterbacks or the receivers?
I think
Sorry, who do they have outside? So what's his name's gone.
McDaniel.
Tyreek Hill, maybe he's not going to be there this year.
Oh.
Who's their other receivers?
They have the
Penguin.
Waddle.
Yeah. Waddle.
Yeah, so Mekhi Lemon might actually not be a bad pick for them to have that other receiver on that list.
Could be. I just think that they'd go. I think they go Sellers. I think they would take a quarterback. That's my vote.
Okay, so AJ says quarter.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, so pick whatever schlub quarterback there is.
Trinidad Chambliss, because who the fuck is this guy? Great
Old
name.
Mrs. QB.
Huh?
Old Mrs. QB.
Ole Miss.
So
He had a good
that's
game. He had a
actually
good
Sellers. So now we get to the Cowboys' first pick, and we have some guys. We got Sonny Styles, who kind of seems obvious for the I'm talking just the positions that we need. Jermod McCoy, then the edge, Keldrick Falk, Mansoon Delon, and Cassius Howell. Those are like our top 5 guys. I think Sonny Styles would be the dude.
Yeah,
Just locks up the linebacker
comes
position.
down between him and Mansour. Because Sonny does have some quite he's not.
He's just green.
He's green, so
But-
he could flop.
I just want to show you something. Great numbers, by the way. No one, and in good tackles. Only 2 missed tackles, arguably 1, because PFF does their own. But Anth. Jerk
Oh yeah,
off
he's
to
got
this.
good size.
6'5", 240. I mean, the dude is
Can we see what
He's
ESPN
legit.
has him on their board
linebacker.
on their overall?
And see Mizzy in chat saying Miami would take Carson Beck. He stays home because he's the Hurricanes quarterback.
Keldrick Falk here's at 8.
Okay,
I bet you Cowboys do that.
keep going down. Yeah, keep going down. Tate, so to me, if you're going BPA and going I think PFF just overrates people a little bit.
He's
with
the
Sonny
second
Styles.
rated.
He is second rated, but again, I'm good with Falk, to be honest.
I think they go. I think the Cowboys would go Falk at this position. Let's just have a quick look.
Who
at
do
him.
you want? Who do we want to go versus who we think the Cowboys are going to go?
Well, I think
'Cause now
Sonny
this is our
Styles could
pick.
be a gamble.
I don't like Falk, but
Yeah,
fuck.
he doesn't look great either. 6'6", 285. He's big.
I'd like him to take Styles or Delani. That's me.
Yeah,
Locked
I'm
in.
the same. So, you're the decision breaker.
I think linebacker is a very, very high need, and I would rather go, as much as I would say don't go a Buckeye, take the Buckeye.
Not
Sonny
upset
Styles.
about it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's just lock him up.
Sorry, Sonny Styles.
Welcome to the team. What did you call him?
Sonny Styles.
Style, but I said
Sunny
Buckeye.
Styles?
But-
Styles?
Hey, but that allows us,
Styles.
now that we pick him, that allows us to go and grab a Styles soundbite from Teen Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll be grabbing that.
We should be
I mean,
drafting.
Sunny, there's going to be good Sunny. There'll be great Sunny sound bites and Styles
Yeah.
sound bites.
We absolutely are drafting for soundbite needs.
Yeah.
Yes.
LA, this is exceptional trade by LA. Whatever they do
Oh,
in the
yeah.
playoffs, they get the 13th round pick.
They're going Mansour.
Yeah.
Just with quarterback, I don't think they are drafting a quarterback at
No.
this spot, and then tackle. I just don't think they're going to take anyone above Mansour.
Probably figure out any of those issues in off season. So they'll take Mansour. So we'll put Mansour to LA. Now the Ravens' new coach, who dis?
Who does Brian Flores pick? Brian Flores is going to pick Keldrick Falk. They definitely need help on that line. They're
Yep.
going to go D-line.
That's a good pick.
I think so.
It's a good spot. Yep. Falk.
Let's lock him up.
Lock them up. They got their running back still. They got their quarterback. Their offense wasn't the issue. It was the defense, and you have some pieces. Crack them if you got them.
And then we have the Bucks here.
Who need a little bit of literally everything.
Need a little bit of everything. I mean, and they might even be looking at a quarterback, but not
Clemson.
in the first.
Clemson corner right there. Avion Terrell.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. 18. That's the
Or
corner
do
that
we go
I.
what
That's the
about
corner that I would take. I like him over Mansour, but I thought we could get him a little bit later on.
The only thing I'm wondering is this edge here. Cassius
Cassius Howell. Great name.
Is he even on the list? He's not even here.
Are you on the list? I don't know. Am I on
They
the
got
list?
this other guy, Mateo. Say that name 5 times twice.
Uyagalali.
Uyagalili is my best bet. My best guess.
Yeah, you're right, Anth. Going to another separate list is far better to help gut check it because
Well, PFF just seems so wildly out sometimes.
Right now it is because it's got a bunch of people putting data into it. that
Right.
data.
yeah, like look, Uyagalali is not even anywhere near there.
I hope we get him somehow.
Okay. I think edge could be on their list just because edges are
Yep.
so sought out. So it's either Howell, but I mean, I don't see Howell.
Well, and go to Draft Buzz. Cross reference one last time.
Yeah.
With
Hey,
one other thing.
you know what we want.
Just go to home, AJ.
Yeah.
And then
Nope. I know what you're saying.
none of us are talking.
Kevin Falk, Bain, Parker. Where are the guys?
Cassius Howell right there.
Cassius Howell's
Number
right there.
5. There's TJ Parker hasn't been picked
Let's
yet.
just lock him up with Howell.
Yeah, just make it easy.
You know what I mean?
We're overthinking it.
We're overthinking
It's
it.
the fucking
They're
Bucks,
taking
man.
They're taking an edge.
Yeah, get
That's
him.
what we're
They're
saying.
edging him.
Edges there. The edges are hot. Now the Jets get their second pick
Did
first.
we take a quarterback with them?
Yeah, we did. Tyson.
Give him a wide receiver.
Yeah, they need a wide. Give him a K.
Yeah.
Give
Okay,
him.
Lemon.
11th. He's getting ranked 11th, and he got them at 16th. That's
That's a fucking A plus for them.
Give him.
Again, it's the position. The player is
Okay.
second.
They need a center. Who's the? Because they're.
They
fucking,
also need a tackle. I think they take the top tackle, Spencer
Okay.
Fanu.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but let's see who's.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what's
You get the top tackle at 17. That's easy
who's the
pick.
top center on ESPN's list? Just I just wanna
Centers
s-
are
Yeah, you're not taking a center at. He's 60.
one. You got
Okay.
one.
He's
Okay.
number. Yeah, but he's
No, I was
no. But look, click his name. This will put it into perspective. He's 63rd overall rank.
no, I know.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying it to you that so he's a second round guy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like to put it in perspective, you're not gonna. It's rare you're gonna take a center at 17.
Spencer Fanu
Yeah, tackle.
heads
Tackle.
to the
You just got the
Lions.
top tackle at 17.
That's wild. Running back, center, or defensive back.
Hey, they're not
weird.
taking.
They're gonna take
fucking Louis guy or whatever the.
Pick McCoy or Terrell. These guys are sitting right here.
I think Jermod McCoy is going to go further down. I don't
Same.
think anyone's taking him.
Okay, so
Agreed.
let's send
Terrell.
Terrell to the Vikings.
Hey,
At the
and
18th pick.
see Mizzle in chat at 7:19. So like 20 minutes ago said the Vikings would take Avion Terrell at 18 if he's available,
And he was.
and he was.
Hey, we did it. We
Got
locked
it for
it
ya.
up.
Hey, we got it for you, C Mizzy, if you're still there.
So this is an easy one. Caleb Banks for them.
Yeah,
Wide receivers, we're not seeing anything.
let's lock that up now.
Okay.
Cowboys next pick.
Running back, they have running back as their top need, which is
Weird.
weird. They must just be looking at like
Which-
how free agency happens.
And also makes you question how accurate any other team
That's what I
is.
mean. Like we know running back isn't something we're focusing on. I mean,
Edge,
the next
edge,
three,
linebacker, safety, sure.
but it should be CB edge
Yeah,
linebacker
yeah.
safety, and
Yeah.
that could change 6 times.
So
Yeah.
who do we have available at? We're not taking another open box unit.
Well,
TJ
let's just
Parker.
think-
TJ Parker was ranked higher than Kedrick Falk. I think we take that edge. Let's edge it with him
Let me see.
right there.
Where?
Right there, TJ Parker. Oh,
Well,
fuck
he's
me.
well down.
Sorry. I thought he was higher.
Click his name. So he's 36 overall.
Yeah, no.
6'3", 265. Parker broke Clemson's true freshman record for tackles for loss with 12.5. That's great. And he set Clemson's single season record. What the fuck is up with that? For forced fumbles with
Clemsonos.
6.
Powerful pass rusher.
Powerful plash.
Plash him.
Powerful plush pass.
But there's a couple of other guys that might be available there if they
Get off
declared.
him.
Get off that fucking guy.
I just feel like if
Fuck
you
him,
look at
fuck
these
him, guy.
guys, honestly, the tackle might be
I
the
think
dude.
it might be the tackle. Honestly, what's he play mostly?
Right tackle.
Yeah, that could be.
And he ain't and he's played for a good team.
We
That's
hate.
a Cowboys
We
pick.
might hate it, but that's as Cowboys pick as it gets.
Okay.
Yeah, go do it.
And then that's it.
That's it. That's
So
all.
the
we're doing.
so this is who we picked. Actually, let me just go back here. We won't run through every player. We're just going to look at the Cowboys, but I will slowly scroll through if anyone has anything to say. Cowboys picked Sonny Styles with their first pick. Seems to just be sitting there and available. Of course, Delaney was also available, so you could switch those picks if you wanted to. And then in the 20th pick, really the BPA is the tackle.
And it makes sense.
And it makes sense.
You're not going to have Terrence Steele, and not having Terrence Steele and getting this guy does afford you picking up different positions on the defense and free agency.
Perhaps. So
would I love this first round? Yeah, I'd be okay with it. I think the more disappointing thing with me is then we know we have a full day of just watching the draft with nothing happening. Day two.
The next day,
day two is literally no picks.
If there's no trade. Which, whatever, that's fine.
We'd just be covering
We're
the draft.
goofing.
Yeah.
We're gooping and gibing.
I would say this, whichever way the Cowboys go with either a CB or linebacker in that first pick, from what we saw in this draft, which absolutely is going to change over the next 2 months, I think, before the actual draft.
We're in draft
Whoever
season.
3 months.
Whoever they take, you just need to accomplish the other position group in free agency.
Because January 4th to February 4th, January 14th, February 14th, February 14th to March 14th, March 14th to April 14th. So actually 3.5 months.
A week away.
And just wait for some QB to come in and shake
We're
his...
3 months away.
Guys, we're literally an entire NFL season.
We're an NFL season away.
This is draft season.
Hey, draft season.
Welcome to the dog days of Dallas Cowboys podcasting.
C. Mizzle in
baby.
the chat said NFL mock drafts are fun and educational. That's exactly why we do it.
why we do.
We want to know what dogs are on the board. We want to see who we were right about and who we were wrong about.
We're
And
draft
look,
wizards.
with you, with everyone coming by and watching us, we just want to be able to know what the we're talking about a little bit more. So
Definitely.
these mock drafts are always helpful, and 100%, this shit's gonna change. This was just more of a fun answer to the Dante Moore question.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen now that he's going back to college?
This will be probably for us our most known first round, because last year we only paid attention to really picks in the first round 6 to like 18.
Yeah.
But now we have to pay attention from pick 6 to 28.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because guys could slide and
Oh,
move.
yeah.
So
that's
slide,
fun.
move.
So,
bobbing and weaving.
I want you to go come into the divisional round weekend, but more importantly, thinking about the 3.5 months away until draft, I want you to look at anybody who is a fan of another team who has a second round pick, a third round pick.
Lucky
I
bastard.
want you to look them in their eye and just softly and sweetly say, go fuck yourself. We'll see you this weekend when we cover the divisional games.
All of them.
Hell yeah.
All four of them.
Live and in charge.
Come
in the
join us
studio.
for that hot action.
Real quick, who do you guys want to win on the weekend? Just give me one team.
Bills.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
give me one team.
Bills.
AJ,
Yeah,
Bills. Okay,
Bills.
I'm gonna go with.
49ers. Oh, you.
Oh, never. I'll say Bills also. I'll pick Bills. We'll go trifecta.
We're
on
Bills boys.
So you know the Bills are losing.
Yeah. Sorry, Bills fans.
Sorry, Bills fans. We just kiboshed. All right, we'll see you Saturday.
Peace.
Boom, 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 boom.
Good episode.
Yep.
Nice quick little hit.